kids, welcome to today's maths class, and today we'll do lines and angles. Our learning objectives are angles, types of angles, pair of angles, related angle, pair of line in a plane, and transversal. In your previous class, you have learned about the basic geometrical concepts of point, lines, line segment, ray and angles, and parallel lines. In this chapter, we will continue to study the angles, particularly the pairs of angle. We will also study about the pairs of parallel lines and transversal. But before proceeding further, let us have a quick recall of our earlier study. A point determines the exact location in a space. Point हमें किसी भी चीज़ की exact location बताता है. It is the shortest space, so it has no length, no breadth or thickness. For length, breadth or thickness, we need at least 2 points. Thus, the point is not sizable. The point is not visible for practical purpose. We mark it on dot made by a sharpened end of pencil just to visualize it. A dot is not a point. It only gives an idea of a point. The shortest join of 2 points include these points is called the line segments. Means 2 points को अगर हम join करेंगे, that will make a line segment. These 2 points are called the end points of the line segment. The line segment has 2 end points. In the figure below, XY is line segment. It is extended the line segment beyond the one end point in one direction and beyond the other end point in other direction without any end. We get the line. Thus, we can say the line has no end point. To show the endness on extension, we mark arrows on the both sides of the part of the line drawn on the paper. In the figure below, RS is a line. So, here XY, that is a line segment. It has 2 end point. It has fixed length. RS, here it is showing a line. Both side arrow that show it can be extended in both the direction endlessly, and OP is a ray. It has 1 end point. Clear? Next is angles. An angles is an inclination between 2 rays with the same initial point. The initial point is the vertex and the 2 rays are the arms of the angle. The angle is represented by the symbol. This is the symbol of angle. An angle is usually named by the 3 letters notation, taking 1 point of each in the arm and the vertex. Thus, the angle in given figure named as angle AOB or angle BOC or angle O. So, here 2 arms, it has 2 arms, OB and OA, and O is the common end point, that is called the vertex. The angle can be named as BOA, AOB, or simply angle O. We always write the vertex in the middle when we name any angle. Next is types of angle. Angles are classified into following types. First is acute angle. An angle whose magnitude is more than 0 degree but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. ऐसा angle that is more than 0 degree, 0 degree से ज़्यादा हो पर 90 से कम, that is called acute angle. So, here it is an acute angle. Next is right angle. An angle whose measure is 90 degree is called the right angle. 90 degree angle को हम बोलते हैं right angle. Next is obtuse angle. An angle whose magnitude is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called the obtuse angle. More than 90 but less than 180 degree, that is obtuse angle. Next is straight angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degree is called straight angle. 180 degree के angle को हम बोलते हैं straight angle. Next is reflex angle. An angle whose measure is lie between 180 degree and 360 degree is called reflex angle. More than 180 degree but less than 360 degree, that is called the reflex angle. Next is complete angle. An angle whose measure is 360 degree is called complete angle. An angle around a point that is 360 degree, that is a complete angle. Next is pairs of angle. A combination of two angles is called the pairs of angles. Certain pairs of angles have a special property based on their relationship. Let us study about the pairs of angles. First is adjacent angles. When two angles are having the same vertex, one common arm and other two arms lying on the opposite sides are called the adjacent angles. Like here, you can see in the above figure AOB and BOC. AOB, this, and BOC, these two angles, adjacent angle, it have common vertex, one common arm and two other arm lying on the opposite sides, these two arms. Clear? So in the above figure, angle AOB and BOC are the adjacent angle because they have the common vertex O and common arm OB. Next is linear pair. When two adjacent angles form 180-degree angle or the straight angle, the pair of the angle is called linear pair. Adjacent angle jinka sum 180 degree ho, they are called linear pair. In the given figure, angle AOC and BOC are adjacent angle and form the linear pair of the angles because AOC and BOC 45 plus 135 total 180 degrees. So they are linear pair like here. Now we will take an example. Are the angles marked 1 and 2 are adjacent? If not, why? So here angle 1 and angle 2. 1, this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. The angle 1 and 2 are not adjacent. Why? Because they don't have a common arm and not on either side of the common arm. So they are not adjacent. Next is complementary angles. The pair of two angles are called complementary if the sum of their measures is 90 degree. अगर दो एंगल का sum 90 degree हो, they are called complementary angle. Each angle is called the complement of each other angle. For example, angles measure 65 degree and 25 degree are complementary angles. Total कितना हो गया 90 degree, 65 plus 25 90 degree. So the angle of 25 degree is the complement of the angle of 65 and the angle of 65 degree, that is the complement of angle of 25. To find the complement of an angle, subtract it from 90 degree. For example, we see that the complement of 42 degree, 90 minus 42, that is 48 degree. So these are complementary angles 65 and 25. All acute angles do not sum up to exactly 90 degree. So all acute angles are not complementary. For example, the angles 40 degree and 49 degree sum up 89 degree but not exactly 90 degree. So they are not complementary. Two right angles sum up 180 degrees, so they are not complementary. An obtuse angle is always more than 90 degree. So an obtuse angle with an acute angle or another obtuse angle sum up more than 90 degree. So they are not complement to each other. Next is supplementary angles. A pair of two angles are called supplementary if the sum of their measure is 180 degree. Each angle is called the supplement of the other angle. For example, angles measure 60 degree and 120 degree are supplementary angle because 60 plus 120 180 degree हो गया. The angles of 60 degree is supplement to the angle of 120 degree and angle of 120 degree, that is supplement of angle of 60 degree. To find the supplement of the angle, we will subtract it from 180 degree. For example, we have to find the supplement of 150 degree. So 180 में से 150 subtract करेंगे, that is 30 degree. Even two biggest acute angle of 89 degree sum up to 178 degree, not exactly 180 degree. So two acute angles, the supplementary वो supplementary नहीं होंगे because उनका sum 180 degree नहीं होता. Two right angles 90 degree each sum up 180 degree, so two right angles are supplement. Next, an obtuse angle is more than 90 degree. Obtuse angle क्या होता है? More than 90 degree. So any two obtuse angles sum up more than 180 degree and not exactly 180 degree. So no two obtuse angle are supplementary. Clear? Now we'll take an example. Find the angles which is equal to its complement. The sum of two complementary angles 90 degree. If two angles are equal, each is half of their sum. So each angle will be 90 upon 2, that is 45 degree. Clear? Next is vertically opposite angles. Two angles having the common vertex but no common arms are called the vertically opposite angles. When two lines at the point, they form the pair of vertically opposite angle in the given figure. Angle 1 and 3 are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, 2 and 4 are vertically opposite angle. So they have common vertex but not common arm. So 1 and 3 are vertically opposite angle and 2 and 4 are vertically opposite angles. The two intersecting lines are divided into 4 rays. Thus, the arm of the vertically opposite angle form two pair of opposite rays. We can say angle 1 and 2 form the linear pair. Here, angle 1 and 2 जो पास वाले होंगे वो क्या करेंगे? They will form a linear pair. Clear? Because उनका सम कितना हो जाएगा? 180 degree. 1 and 2. 3 and 2 also form linear pair because 3 और 2 का भी सम 180 degree है. So angle 1 plus 2 that is equals to 3 plus 2. So we can say angle 1 equals to 3 or angle 2 equals to 4. Similarly we find thus the two line intersect at a point. अगर दो line किसी point पे intersect करती है, the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. तो vertically opposite angle क्या होंगे? Equal होंगे. Now we'll take an example. In the adjoining figure, lines L1 and L2 intersect at O1, forming the angles as shown. If angle A is 35 degree, find the values of angle B, C and D. So here, two lines are intersecting each other at point O. So that means C and A are vertically opposite angle and B and D are vertically opposite angle. So here, if A is 35 degree, then C is also 35 degree. We know that A and B, they are linear pair. Their sum is 180 degree. So B will be 180 minus 35, 145 degree. Since B and D are equal, so that is also 145 degree. Clear? Next is angles at a point. In the adjoining figure, the angles 1, 2, 3, 4 are formed by a ray OA, OB, OC and OD, which meet at the same point O. Thus, these angles have the same vertex and therefore the angle 1, 2, 3, 4 are called the angles at the point O or round the point O. Know it. The sum of all the angles at the point, each being adjacent to the next, is 360 degree और the 4 right angle. किसी भी point के around जितने भी angle बनेंगे उनका sum क्या होगा? 360 degree. Example समझते हैं. In the side figure, find the value of x. Here we have to find the value of x. As we know, x plus 135 plus 45 plus 50 plus 90. Total sum क्या होगा? 360 degree. So, बाकी सबका sum करके 360 में से minus करेंगे, so we'll get angle x. So, 360 minus 320, that is 40 degree. So, angle x will be 40 degree. Clear? Next is exercise 8.1. In the given figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Give reason. Angle 1 and 2 are not adjacent because they don't have the common vertex. Common arm है but common vertex नहीं है. Clear? Practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is pairs of line in a plane. We shall now study about the intersecting line and the parallel lines. First is intersecting lines. Two lines L and M intersect if they have the point in common. This common point is called the point of intersection. In the given figure, two lines L and M intersect at O, which is the point of intersection. So here two lines एक दूसरे को कट कर रही है point O पे. So this point is called the point of intersection and the lines are called intersecting lines. Next is parallel lines. Two straight line or the line segment in a plane which do not intersect each other on the extending in any direction are called parallel lines. The perpendicular distance between the parallel lines is equal every point in the given figure. L and line M are two parallel lines. We use the symbol, this is the symbol for the parallel lines. Clear? To represent the parallel to. Thus, L is parallel to M means line L is parallel to line M. Here we can see the line L and M are parallel. However we extend these lines, they will never intersect each other and the perpendicular distance between these two lines will remain constant or the same at any point. So these are called parallel lines. Next is transversal. A transversal is a line that cut across two lines or lines at distinct point. ट्रांसवर्सल क्या एक लाइन है जो टू लाइंस को अलग अलग पॉइंट पे कट करती है. इन द फिगर 1 and 2 लाइन N is a transversal with reference to L and M. For it intersect these lines at two distinct points P and Q. In figure 3 it is not a transversal for the intersect two lines in only one point P. So here you can see line N is transversal to L and M because two distinct point पे cut करती है. Clear? Here line N वो क्या कर रही है, टू पॉइंट पे कट कर रही है यहाँ पे P and Q, but in figure 3 वन पॉइंट पे कट कर रही है, so that is not transversal. A point A may be selected on the transversal and the 3 points P, Q and A can be read in order in which they appear on these transversal. If the order of either QPA, AQP in figure 1 and 2 respectively, then the point A is said to be in the exterior region with the reference of the line L and M. Either case, A lies between P and Q, then the point A falls in the interior region with a reference to L and M. This occur in the figure 3. So here you can see in figure 1 and 2 A lies exterior and here A lies in the interior. Clear? The following diagram show the different region. So here you can see this is the interior region and this is exterior region, and here this is interior region and this is exterior region. Next, know it. We can draw many transversal for two given lines, but these transversal must not intersect each other. Next, angles made by the transversal with two lines. A transversal means 8 angles with two lines, 4 angles each line. These angles can be paired according to their position. So first is interior and exterior angles. Angles which contain the segment of the transversal between the two lines are called the interior angles. In the above figure, angle 3, 4, 5 and 6 are interior angles. So 3, 4, 5 and 6, they are interior angles. Clear? Angles which do not contain the segment of the transversal between two lines are called exterior angle. In the given figure, angle 1, 2, 7 and 8 are exterior angle. So here angle 1, 2, 7 and 8, they are exterior angle. Clear? Next is corresponding angles. Have different vertices, are on the same side of transversal, are the corresponding position above, below, left, right relative the two lines. In the above figure, angle 1, 5, 2 and 6, angle 1 और 5 corresponding होंगे, 2 and 6 corresponding होंगे, 3 and 7, 4 and 8 are corresponding angle. So here 1 and 5 are corresponding, 2 and 6 are corresponding, 3 and 7 are corresponding, 4 and 8 are corresponding. Here also you can see 1 and 5, they are corresponding. Clear? 2 and 6 are corresponding, 3 and 7 are corresponding, 4 and 8 are corresponding angles. Next is alternative interior angles. Have different vertices, are on the opposite side of transversal, lie between the two lines. In the above figure, 3 and 5, 4 and 6 are alternative angles. So 3 is side में, 5 is side में, they are alternative angle, alternative interior angles, and 4 and 6 are also alternative interior angles. Next is alternative exterior angles. They have different vertices, are on opposite sides of the transversal, lie in the exterior of two lines in the given figure. 1 and 7 and 2 and 8 are alternative exterior angles. So 2 and 8, they are alternative exterior angle, 1 and 7 are alternative exterior angle. Next is co-interior angles. Lie on the same side of the transversal between the line in the given figure 3 and 6. 4 and 5 are co-interior angle. So 3 and 6 and 4 and 5, they are co-interior angles. Clear? Next is angles formed by the transversal to parallel lines. In the figure, the transversal intersecting two parallel lines L and M at different points. As the result, 8 angles marked from 1 to 8 are formed. Let us measure the angle with the help of the protractor, and we find that angle 1 and 7, that is equal, angle 2 and 8 equal है each pair. They are alternative exterior angles. Means alternative exterior angle क्या होंगे? Equal होंगे. 3 and 5, 4 and 6, they are alternative interior angles. They are also equal. Then 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8, they are corresponding angle. They are also equal. Angle 3 and angle 6, इनका sum क्या हो जाएगा? 180 degree, and angle 4 and 5 का sum 180 degree. The sum of the interior angle on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. Clear? Conclusion. If two parallel lines are intersect by the transversal, then the pair of alternative angles are equal. The pair of corresponding angles are equal. The interior angle on the same side of transversal are supplementary, means their sum is 180 degree. Next is know it. When a transversal intersect two non-parallel lines, then the pair of corresponding alternate angles are not equal. Also, the co-interior angles are not add up to 180 degree. Proof. Trace the angles on one vertex, then put this tracing paper on the other vertex such that one parallel lines coincide with the other parallel lines on some direction of the transversal. So, you can see angle 1 equals to 5. After proving the corresponding angles are equal, we have 1 and 5 equal हो जाएंगे. 1 and 3 are equal, vertically opposite angle, and 3 and 5 are also equal. They are alternative angles. Clear? 3 and 5 are alternative angles. Angle 1 and 4 form the linear pair. 1 and 4 क्या बनाएंगे? Linear pair. Sum क्या हो जाएगा? 180 degree. Angle 1 equals to angle 5 corresponding angles हैं. 5 and 4, they are co-interior angles. So sum क्या हो जाएगा? 180 degree. Similarly, other pair of angle can be proved to be equal. Now we'll take an example. In the side figure, find the unknown angles using only the properties of the angle made by the parallel lines cut by the transversal. So here solution, angle E equals to 50 degree because corresponding angle है D and E 180 degree हो जाएगा co-interior angle. So D equals to 180 minus 50, 130 degree. Now angle H and D are corresponding angles, so equal होंगे, so that is also 130 degree. C and E, they are alternative angle, so they will be equal, so उसका भी हो जाएगा 50 degree. F and D, they are alternative angle, so they will be equal, so that is equals to 130 degree. Now angle G and angle C, they are corresponding angles, equal हो जाएंगे, 50 degree हो जाएंगे. B and F, they are corresponding angle, equal to 130 degree. This is how we can find all the angles. Clear? Next is checking for parallel lines. The above properties of the angle formed by the transversal with the parallel lines are used to find whether the given lines are parallel or not. Know it. If a transversal intersects the two parallel lines, then the pair of corresponding angles are equal, the pair of alternative angles are equal, and the pair of co-interior angles add up to 180 degree. Now we'll take an example here. Find if the lines are parallel or not to each other and why. So here you can see they are parallel because corresponding angles are they are equal. In this they are alternative angle, they should be equal, but they are not, so they are not parallel. Some co-interior angle का 180 degree, that means that line is parallel. Clear? Next is exercise 8.2. In the given figure, L is parallel to M and N is the transversal. Angle 4 is given 125 degree. Find the measure of angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So here angle 1 is given, angle 4 given है 125 degree. So angle 2 is also 125 degree, vertically opposite angles. Clear? Now 1 and 4 make a linear pair. So 180 minus 125. So angle 1 equals to हो जाएगा 180 minus 125. 55 degree. Clear? Now, if this is 55, angle 1, angle 3 will be, angle 1 equals to angle 3, that is 55 degree. Clear? Vertically opposite angle है. Now, as we know, 4 and 5 का जो sum है, that is 180 degree. So, angle 5 equals to हो जाएगा 180 minus 125, that is 55 degree. Clear? Now angle 4 and 6, they are alternative interior angle. So angle 6 equals to हो जाएगा 125 degree. Clear? Now angle 5 and 7, they are again vertically opposite angles. So angle 5 अगर 55 है तो angle 7 equals to angle 5, that is equals to 55 degree. Angle 6 125 है तो angle 8 क्या हो जाएगा 125 degree. This is how we can find out all the angles. Clear? So practice all the questions of this exercise. Next is summary. When two angles lie on the opposite sides of the common arm have a common vertex, they are known as adjacent angle. Two adjacent supplementary angles form a linear pair. If the sum of the measure of two angles is 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary angle. A pair of two angles called the supplementary if their sum is 180 degree. The sum of all angles around a point, that is 360 degree. A line which intersect two or more lines at distinct points is called transversal. Vertically opposite angles are always equal to each other. Next is multiple choice questions. Take the correct option. If an angle is 4 times its complement, what is the measure of angle? If an angle, suppose that angle, let that angle be x. So the other angle is 4 times of it. Other angle क्या हो जाएगा? Angle that is 4x. 4 times of its complement. So their sum क्या हो जाएगा? 90 degree. So x plus 4x, that is 90. So 5x equals to 90 degree. X equals to 90 upon 5. 18 degree. Clear? So answer हो जाएगा B, 18 degree. So here we end the chapter. I hope you understand it well. Now you have to practice it.